50K. Once you see this car, you know a big boy is around. This is the car that when you go to places, they will always ask you, "Oh, guy, anything for me?" because you're a big boy. And weirdly, Mercedes-Benz only made this car once, and it was an instant success. The GLK worked so that cars like the GLB, GLA, and GLC could fly. We call these cars compact SUVs. To get this car in Nigeria of today, you need to have between 15 and 23 million naira. The range is wide because there are two versions of this car. There's the pre-facelift, which is boxier, more boxier. That one ran between 2008 and 2012. Then we have the facelift, which is this one, more rounded, more curvy, ran between 2012 and 2015. After buying this car for these crazy millions, for 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23 million, there are other costs you need to know about. So today, what I am doing is I'm going to tell you the true cost of owning the Mercedes-Benz GLK in Nigeria. My name is Crank, and this is 234 Drive. This bumper costs about 300K for the follow-come one. Then the pre-facelift bumper is about 140K. This headlight ranges between 400 to 500K depending on the design you have, but mostly this particular one is the follow-come. It's about 450K for a pair, while the pre-facelift headlight is about 150K for a pair. Now there's something they call upgrade, which actually means facelifting. So if you want to take your GLK from this to this, you're going to spend about between 1.5 and 1.8 million naira because you have to change the headlights, bumper, grille, the rear light, the rear bumper, change everything. So they call it a facelift kit. This grille, if anything happens to your grille, you're going to spend between 40 and 80K to get a new grille for your GLK. This light is about 180K for a pair, but the pre-facelift light is just 60K. Nobody really wants that one. Then this bumper is about 100,000 naira. It doesn't usually come with this chrome. This chrome is another extra about 50K. This car uses an automatic trunk opener with the help of some motors here and the boot shock. So to change this boot shock, because it's automatic, 300K for a pair, but for the pre-facelift there's just a normal boot, is like 20K. Also, this car is 4matic, as you can see here. 4matic meaning it uses a 4-wheel drive. If the propeller goes bad, the propeller is under here somewhere. Propeller costs about 90K to 150K depending on the quality you're buying for the propeller. And lastly, this side mirror costs about 90K for a pair. And this glass is about 20K. They steal it a lot, so make sure you keep your, always pack your car inside because they'll steal your glass, because original glass, follow-come glass is expensive. Now, the GLK has a few problems. Every car has problems, but the GLK has some few problems that will always come up and you need to spend money. Let me show you. Come. Because this is the facelift, it has an electric power steering. The pre-facelift doesn't have electric power steering, now it's normal hydraulic steering. So this electric power steering, if you drive through water and anything should happen to it, they can repair it. But then if you need to change it, you spend close to 2 million naira, between 1.5 and 1.8. You'll find cheaper options, you see 800K, 600K, but if you want to buy authentic, the full steering rack and the module, everything will cost you about 1.8 million naira. The fuel pump of this car, in 2, 3 years, 4 years, it might have an issue. That one will cost you between 60 and 80K for the fuel pump. Remember I told you there's facelift and the pre-facelift, as you can see in this picture. But now, they have different engines too. So this one uses an M276 engine, a variant of the M276 engine. And this engine costs 5.2 million naira. So if you hear keke, anything inside your engine, just go to your mechanic, use original oil to service this car. But then the pre-facelift also has a V6 engine, but that one is the M272, and it costs about 3 million naira in the market. That's actually also expensive, about 3 million naira. The transmissions don't usually go bad, except you mess with it, you don't service it at the right time. So transmission for the pre-facelift is about 500K, but for this one should be between 2 and 3 million naira. If your GLK starts to overheat and there's an issue with the water pump is what pumps water or coolant around your engine. Water pump is about 65K to 80K for the GLK. And there's something that this car has, I would say it's the flaw. The fan belt, usually like it cuts. Maybe if you own it for 3 years, it cuts once. Original fan belt is between 30 and 50K. You can get the ones of like 20K too. So it's always good to have an extra in your boot, because if you are traveling on the express, you are traveling far and your fan belt should cut. It's a simple fix. but you might not be able to find a fan belt around. So it's always best to have an extra fan belt in your trunk. Servicing this car, you need to use authentic synthetic oil, which is set it back about 95k for 5 liters, and the oil filter too is about 5k. So that's why servicing every time, every 3,000, 4,000 miles is about 100,000 naira. You can get it about 60k, 65k, but don't do those ones that are like 40k. I beg, don't, because you just ruin your engine. During your lifespan of this car, you need to change your brake pads maybe every 8 months, depending on how you drive. A pair of brake pads front back is about 20k to 30k. It just depends on the quality. Suspension parts too. Front suspension on this car is between 100 and 250k for a pair. It depends on there are different types of suspension. Depends on the quality. Then for the rear, between 100 and 150k, you get a pair of suspension for the rear. Now this key, the key sometimes it just stops communicating. If you need to change this key fob, you need to buy a new key fob. It costs about 60k to buy a new key fob, then about 30k for programming. Let's check what can go wrong inside. We have a beautiful interior, especially on the facelift. The interior is beautiful and nothing really breaks inside because this is a Benz. High quality leather, high quality for my car. Everything is top notch. But then the buttons peel. All these buttons, all these dials, the buttons they peel. When they peel, you might have to buy a kit, a vinyl kit to just cover it up. It costs you about 50k. Or you can just start to replace this part on the market. But I think it's best to just buy a vinyl kit and replace it. My name is Crank and this is 234 Drive. I actually really want to know, how much have you spent on your GLK? Are you going to buy this car? What do you think about this car? Remember, if you want to buy this car or any other car, send us an email so we can advise you accordingly. We'll tell you what to look out for when buying this car. Just send us an email, hello@234drive.com. Till next time, tell me the car you want to see next actually. What car do you want to see on this channel next for true cost? Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to be there all day, all night. Bye.